if the system does deliver justice to this man and he does go to prison, I trust that the inmates will deliver the actual justice to this person.
Ooh, didn't even think of that. We're gonna have a little old prison fight club.
I'd like to see that. I mean, people who abuse children tend not to have a good time on the inside.
No, and in prison they don't break the first two rules of Fight Club. Okay?
They in fact are pretty good about keeping those things under wraps.
Hello everyone, I am Grundy, this is Jay, and welcome to the Grundy and J channel. This is video 3 of 3, hopefully for this week, in our series called The Kids Are Not All Right.
And it's a doozy.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
The most upsetting one to me to witness.
Shit just keeps ramping up.
What happened?
Someone broke the first two rules of Baby Fight Club.
The first rule of Baby Fight Club is that you do not film videos of Baby Fight Club and allow them to leak to the public so that people know about Baby Fight Club.
You do not. The second rule of Baby Fight Club is you do not video record Baby Fight Club, and then when you have a parent come to confront you about how you're hosting a Baby Fight Club in your classroom, show them the video of the Baby Fight Club.
Accidentally show them the video.
Yeah, you. I don't know what he was planning on doing. Oh, here's a video of no Baby Fight Club happening. Oops, Baby Fight Club.
I don't know what he was trying to show her, but he accidentally pulled up a video. It's like, oh man. I'm going to read the post. This was a post that we found on X. Mother launches lawsuit after her son's elementary school teacher organized a fight club in the classroom.
What are they thinking?
Teacher Julius Jonikin is accused of organizing a fight club in a class with 7-year-olds.
Look around. I see a lot of new faces.
In the video, a student can be seen beating up another student with special needs. Ooh, it's even worse.
Oh, that's a good look.
Oh, the fight club reportedly went on for months in this second grade classroom. And in the video, which we'll show some of it, it's blurred, but you can see that there are no gloves. Like they're like
bare knuckle.
Well, just bare-fisted kid just hitting another kid
in the face repeatedly.
Thank God 7-year-olds can't can't really put their weight behind a punch too well. But I mean, this is just such an egregious example of child abuse, of someone who's been entrusted with the welfare of a bunch of kids.
If you can avoid sending your children to public school, just avoid it.
Months. It went on for months before this actually leaked, and it leaked because, thank God, he happened to pull this video up when trying to show a video of something in class that was taking place that wasn't Fight Club. He was trying to show one of the parents, and it actually came up.
And you can hear him in the video going, "Oh, hit him, get him."
You'll hear. We'll play it for you.
I'm trying to.
That's right. You get him.
Don't mess with me.
The student in the lawsuit, identified as OD, was physically assaulted and held down by Jonikin as he was beaten. Jonikin made continuous threats to the boy. A teacher working with Mr. Jonikin reportedly told the special needs student he was demon-possessed. After getting gaslit by the teacher while confronting them on the alleged abuse, Jonikin accidentally showed her video of the fight on his phone. While trying to show her a video of classroom environment, Jonikin began showing the wrong video of their child being attacked. Throw this man in prison. So this is a post by Colin Rugg, and it's got video of what took place, and it's difficult to watch. I didn't know that it was a special needs student initially. I kind of grazed through this, but that just makes it even worse. And it's the fact that this went on for months, and that it seemed like he was targeting this kid in particular, right? Like that's what it sounds like. You know, him holding him down and encouraging the child who is beating him in the video, who's on top of him beating him, the child OD. Encouraging the child who's beating him up, like egging him on. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. This is
your children are not safe in public schools. All right, it's been true since I went to public school. Okay, you know what happens in public school You have like 99% of the kids that are just trying to get through the day, just trying to go to class, are worried about, oh man, am I going to have time to finish my math homework and my English homework and my French homework? Oh my God. And then all of a sudden, everyone's priorities are thrown out of whack because the guy whose dad hits him every day, the guy with behavioral issues that are unaddressed, the guy who's neglected, the guy who basically has no parenting at all, has access to his dad's weapons, has access to his dad's drugs.
He's probably being abused himself in a way, and this is his trauma. This is how he's learned to express himself.
And now the entire school has to walk on eggshells because this one piece of crap kid, okay, is basically terrorizing the rest of the school.
He's a victim too. He's a victim too. The problem here is that that kid's parent. The problem here is the lack of parenting again. And it's like, you should care about your children enough to not put them to public school, knowing the risks that they're going to be at, knowing the level of education. And now this is a complete opposite. This is the exact opposite situation of the sweet 22-year-old ballet teacher who seems to be really well mannered and who seems to have the best intentions of these children, trying to encourage their interest in ballet, which is what she's there to do. That's what the parents are paying her to do, what they're supposed to be paying her to do. She's not a daycare worker. But it's an exact opposite example. And it's just like, where is the exact problem here? Is it all the parenting? Is it like, you should care enough to be involved in your child's life that they can come to you if something like this is happening to them. Now, in this case, the kid's a special needs kid. I don't know to what extent he has special needs and whether this is something that he could have vocalized. This is something that he could have talked about. But these are 7-year-olds. I know for sure if I had been bullied, I was bullied. I was a fat kid.
100%.
I was bullied. I was a fat kid, and I was like, I didn't like going to school for that reason, and I would talk about it. But it's like there was only so much at that time in particular. In the early 90s when I was in elementary school, when I was 7 years old, there was only so much that could be done, and there was a different attitude about things then. But the fact that this is taking place now, it's so concerning. Like, it's really like I don't even know what to say. Like,
the problem with schools is not the school part. The problem is that you're forced into a building by the state with other people that you don't know, and you kind of just have to make do with what you get. Meaning, if you've got violent criminals in your school, you basically have to live 5 years with fucking violent criminals basically ruining your life.
And the kids who are the bullies, some kids are just cruel, right? But like, it does come back to the parents in that situation as well, because it's up to the parents to teach children to be empathetic. And again, children are gonna be cruel and unusual because, that's what they are. But people should be keeping track of this. The fact that this was allowed to take place for months, and that not only did none of the other teachers find out about this, but none of the children reported back to their parents about this. The fact that it took 2 months for this to get out, and that the reason it got out was that he was trying to pull up a video of classroom environment, and he happened to mistakenly show this to the parent of the child
Who was accusing him.
who was being abused by him.
Yeah.
Who was being targeted by him.
Accusing him. And he said, no, this is what my environment in class is like. And then
Whoops.
pulled up the actual video.
Whoopsie.
What was he thinking?
I hope this miserable piece of shit gets everything he deserves.
Yep.
I can't.
A prison. This guy has to go to prison.
Absolutely. And you have to ask what was the reason for him to be taking video of this? Was this something that was this for his own personal pleasure? Was he he just wanted to see this little 7-year-old special needs kid get beaten? Or was he sharing this with his friends? Like, what was the reason for him to have this? What was the reason for him to do this and to be recording it? Because he's the one holding the phone, filming this, and
saying, get him,
egging on the kid who was assaulting the victim here. Really, really concerning, and I hope he gets everything that he deserves.
Just remember, Gary Plauché exists. Okay.
Who's Gary Plauché?
Google it. GaryPl.
OCHER.
OUCHER.
Oh, is that the guy that the kid in the head?
Just remember, Gary Plauché exists. Okay. Before you decide you're going to go out, you're going to abuse someone else's kid. Just remember, Gary Plauché exists.
That's the video where he's at the phone booth, right? When they're
no jury would convict the man. No jury. We have it on video. It's all on video. No jury would.
I'm not sure that would happen anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the jury would not convict the man anymore. With the stuff that we have going on, like the whole squatter thing that's going on.
They just have to know that he exists. They just have to know that he exists and he's out there. Gary Plauché exists.
I mean, at some point, people have got to have enough, right? Like, at some point, there's got to be violent revolution, right? When the system fails to protect people, and when we can't get justice served. Anyway, I'm praying that, I'm trying to have faith that the system will deliver justice to this person, and that violent revolt is not something that will be necessary, that people are going to wake up and finally understand where righteousness, what is righteous and what is good.
I'm just hoping that some father of some child in that classroom just does what he's supposed to do. Do you think this teacher should be buried under the prison? Do you think we should push him out to sea on an iceberg? Or do you think we should give him a medal for being an innovator of crack baby basketball?
We fill a little ball with crack, we let the crack babies fight over it, and we put it up on the internet. Who cares?
I trust if the system does deliver justice to this man and he does go to prison, I trust that the inmates will deliver the actual justice to this person.
Ooh. Didn't even think of that. We're gonna have a little old prison fight club.
I'd like to see that. I mean, people who abuse children tend not to have a good time on the inside.
No, and in prison they don't break the first two rules of Fight Club. Okay?
They in fact are pretty good about keeping those things under wraps.
This shit fucking tilts me, dude. It just tilts me. Like, the egg thing was bad enough. Like, that shit, I remember, okay, I was little, okay? My mom had self-control issues. My mom was young when she had me, and so, like there were times where it's just, like, I had no idea why, and she just started yelling at me. And, it scares the shit out of you when you're a little kid. When you're a little kid and shit like that happens, it's frustrating. It's not just frustrating. It's, like, terrifying. It's terrifying.
It's jarring, and it's like you're not equipped to process it, to really to know how to take it yet, because the person who you depend on, the attachment that you have with your parent, who you look to for the cues on how to behave and how to react, they're the one responsible for destabilizing you, for jarring you, for making you, for traumatizing you, and creating this anxiety and this distrust. So
it throws your whole throws your whole world out of whack.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with a teacher. When a teacher's the one who's, they send you to a place where you're supposed to be safe. You're not, but you're supposed to be. And then the person who's supposed to be, the authority who's supposed to be enforcing that safety is the one doing the opposite. It's a breach of societal trust of the highest order.
Yeah, and it's like the coping mechanisms that these people these children are going to have to adopt when, like, they're learning that the people who are entrusted with their welfare, the people who are there, the authorities that are there to take care of them, are the people who are making them unable to trust anyone. They can't talk to people about it. This just becomes something that they're going to internalize, and it's just going to be it's going to have just awful repercussions, in the way that they're going to deal with and process these things, and that they're going to stick with them through their lives. Who knows what the rippling consequences of this will be in their later life. It's really, really, it's just very, very upsetting. It makes me extremely sad.
Jack's medulla oblongata.
I wonder if people are going to get that reference.
It's a classic movie. If you haven't seen Fight Club 50 times, I feel bad for you.
I think a lot, I suppose. I wonder though. I mean, all the films that I loved back in the day. Anyway, this is.
If you haven't seen Fight Club 50 times, you're making me want to put a bullet in between the eyes of every panda who wouldn't to save its species.
Another Fight Club reference.
I want to destroy something beautiful.
Oh yeah. Well, let us know your thoughts on this one. Again, I'll reiterate that this is not the first time that this type of thing has happened.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Next time some teacher decides to set up, I don't know, fucking toddler shooting gallery or something stupid, equally dumb.
No, but I mean, it's happened in past years. You know, this is sometimes happened a lot. Like some people who, you know, some people seek these positions and then just so that they have the power to abuse and exploit children for whatever kicks that they're getting out of this. Again, I don't know what his purpose was for actually wanting to record this, but
And just so you know, like, this happens so often that we had a hard time finding the video that we were looking for because there was just so many news stories with the identical headline. Okay?
this is just the recent one. This is just
the one that happened this month.
Yeah, this just happened, but there's been a lot of these that happened within the last 5-10 years, and it's just it's so upsetting. So yeah. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. I hope this concludes our theme of the kids aren't all right.
The kids are not all right.
Share, comment, subscribe.
Like, smash that like button.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week with an equally stupid theme, hopefully. Oh, it's kind of worked out that we got a theme out of it, though, to be honest.